Welcome to your daily focus for September the 5th, 2022. So, as we all wake up today, Venus will have entered Virgo, which means love takes a very sensible turn for each and every one of us. How does that affect you? Stay tuned. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Absolutely. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you for all of your support, all of your love. Truly. Well, we have the 5 energy. 5 energy is busy energy, so we will have a busy day today. Make no doubt about it. The 5 energy is about creating laughter and love and happiness and joy in your life. It's about tapping into your creativity. If we look at the numerology of the day, it is a 20 energy, and the 20 represents turning points in our life. Now, 2 plus 0 is a 2. And so it's understanding the talents, the abilities, the unique you, the magic, the inner child within you. So sit in quiet contemplation. Tap into your inner self, the inner you, the true you. And bring that person out front and center. And watch the path unfold for you. Sun is in Virgo, Moon is in Capricorn. So, and Venus is in Virgo now. So we're more devoted to our passions, to our dreams, to what needs to be done, to our obligations, responsibilities, and to our relationships. Absolutely. Oh, we had the Empress fly out. The Empress is about planting the seed. The Empress is about giving birth to something, rebirthing something, creating something, inventing something, getting grounded in nature, tapping into your intuition, being the diplomat going forward. Virgo, Venus and Virgo, service-oriented. We show our love through acts of kindness, through taking care, for running an errand for somebody. We get a little bit more serious about our relationships, or more sensible, I should say. And what usually happens is we start worrying. We start worrying about our relationships, and we have a tendency, maybe today, to see our differences in the relationship rather than what we have in common. So don't worry about that so much, because as you start to look at your relationships, I mean, really, this is a cosmic opportunity for each and one of us to step back and determine if we're getting what we deserve from the relationships that we're in. Okay, so it's all about giving in this energy, but we need to pull it back and say, but am I getting what I deserve in this relationship? I ran the errands. I was there for them. I was doing a whole bunch of little jobs around to make it nicer around maybe the house for your spouse or the children or the parents or whatever it might be. Could be at work, if for your work family, doing things like that. The relationship's there. And we start to give of ourselves. We become very service-oriented under this energy. And we really do need to, at this point, back it up and say, but am I getting what I deserve out of the relationship? And it's to make those relationships stronger. It's not to tear them apart. It's to make them stronger. It's to make it so that everybody within the relationships feel valued, loved, supported. We'll probably enjoy our work a little bit more. We'll enjoy if you have a workout routine or some kind of wellness program that you're in, you'll enjoy that more. We get satisfaction in a job well done. And the pleasures, the pastimes, the things that we do for giggles and laughter and creating that in our life, it has to be useful in order for it to be attractive. We can have fun. It's a wonderful pastime, but it's got to have some kind of underlying usefulness. Maybe it's just growing the family closer and closer together, or 2 people closer and closer together. But it needs a purpose. It needs an underlining in order to really be as attractive as it seems. loving as it seems. We also have Venus and Chiron today in a little bit of a tiff. So we could be a little out of sync today when it comes to the social aspect of who we are. So you might feel that people are more withdrawn today that are around you. You may be more withdrawn today. It's like we want to keep our emotional distance for some reason or another today. So, and that would only exasperate any kind of Venus Virgo energy that we are starting to really look at our relationships, and we have worry. We're overthinking things. We're looking at what we have not in common rather than what's in common, our differences rather than our similarities. So just have a watchful eye, especially today and the next coming days over that. But that should, the more you take it back, the more you take time to really think of what do I deserve in this relationship, you start to see what they actually give you in the relationship and what you give in the relationship. And you start to see where you can tear down walls, build bridges. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. Our shadow card. Oh, look at this. We're worrying. We're making mountains out of molehills. Don't let your mind do that. Yell stop. Okay, we start worrying about all those little things, what you said, what you did, what you didn't say, what you didn't do. And you're just haunted by everything. And you're wondering how you're going to go forward tomorrow. What if you run into that person or those people? What are you going to say? Are they going to call you out? 1,001 things. Or I hope nobody ever finds out about that. And you're walking in the fear when somebody says, hey, can I talk to you for a second? You go, oh, no, they know. It's just that kind of energy, okay? And it's really 95.5%, I don't know what the number is, won't happen. It'll never happen. You are imagining things to worry about in the future, that you're having conversations with these people that have never actually happened, and you're creating them in your mind, and you're adding more energy towards that little tiny problem, that little tiny mishap, and it grows. And you're the culprit. By constantly replaying it in your mind, coming up with different avenues, different solutions, none of them will be good. They'll all be negative. Don't worry about them. Just yell stop and start thinking about your future and where you're going and what seeds you want to plant. Remember, the Empress came out this morning, right? She jumped out to say, hey, focus on planting the seeds of growing something, of creating something, of stepping into something, getting grounded in nature. Raise your vibration, raise your energy, but please stop this from happening in your life. Catch yourself. Pay attention to what you're telling yourself in your self-talk. Okay, first card, look at this, the Lovers. Yeah, it's all about the relationships today with Venus going into Virgo, isn't it? And it's truly about growing those bonds, deepening those relationships. Now, for some of you, you may not be in a relationship, right? But you are in a relationship. You must have a best friend or a parent that you're close to or a sibling that you're close to. That all counts. The people you love most in your life, okay? So I'm not just talking about spouses and partnerships like that. I'm talking about partnerships, right? You start to grow an attachment towards people. There is a sense of love and value within the interchange with that relationship. And these are the relationships we're growing deeper, we're growing stronger. Now, this could be true love coming at you. So if you meet somebody today, they ask you for a cup of coffee, if you want to go for a cup of coffee, you might want to say yes to it and see where it leads. Don't go quickly, but that's okay because Venus is in Virgo, so you won't go quickly. You'll get very sensible about what they're saying and what you like and what you don't like. So don't worry about that as much, but you could meet your true love today. Absolutely. Okay. Next card. Oh, look at this. The Emperor's out. Wow, all the big players are out. So this is going to be very strong and determined energy. Very determined energy for us today. The Emperor is here. Now, I love the Emperor because he doesn't fantasize. He doesn't hope. He doesn't dream. He knows. He expects his goals to be met, if not exceeded. He makes the plan. How does he make the plan? Well, he devises a strategy, and when he hits a spot where he doesn't know the best way forward, he turns to somebody that is close to him, hopefully, and says, well, what kind of advice can you give me here? Now, he doesn't have to take that advice. It's his decision. But he opens himself up to learning how to be the most successful he can be going forward and his kingdom going forward. He sits on the world there, on his giant throne, on the top of the world, looking down at his creations and also looking up at the heavens. Looks kind of like rams on his, I really never noticed that before. The rams on his throne, on the back of his chair, with a crow, a raven sitting in between. So that's determination, that's planning. We have the Capricorn moon today, so that is determination and planning. So it's a very good card to have as a second card because we are thinking about our future. We are thinking about the practical steps going forward. Virgo will also help us with that. So the sun is in Virgo, so that's going to help us as well in growing the plan and growing the strategy and taking care of the responsibilities and obligations and understanding what obligations and responsibilities we should have on our docket. Not what people have put there, what should be on the docket. And sometimes when we take other people's advice and stuff, we end up in last place for the priority of things that need to get done for the day. So don't be careful of that, okay? And look at this. The Eight of Wands is back to have that giant fling those arrows across the landscape. And we wait with anticipation of where they're going to go, because each one of those wands, where they land, if we go and we pick them up, we will have a memory, an opportunity, a new path emerge, a new person emerge in our life that ends up being our best friend forever or something like that. They all mean something. So don't be so quick to get from A to B. You have to enjoy the journey. And so sometimes our journey will take us a little, we'll meander to the left, to the right, whatever it may be. Don't worry, you'll end up in B. But it's so much more fulfilling going at all the things. So pay attention to what is opening up in your horizon, in your focus, in your path. Don't say no to everything and don't say yes to everything immediately until you've really thought it through. Because we do have, according to the cards and according to the astrology, we have great high-minded thinking that's sensible, that has a strong approach to it. So this is a day where we start to say, well, you know what? If I learn this, that would enhance this, this, and this in my life. You know, I took a course recently on lymphatic drainage massage. And I'll be more than happy to do it for people, but I did it for me, to do a self-massage, because I think clearing your lymph nodes and doing the massage does clear your lymph nodes 30% faster than just doing the work on their own. So it helps you release those toxins, and I won't go into it all. But I thought, what a great thing for me to know for self-help. I can teach other people how to do it. I can do it for other people. And it's not something I absolutely needed to get to B. In fact, I could get to B without it. But now I have all this little extra knowledge that I can throw in other areas of my life at all times. So pay attention to what comes to you. That's something that I never would have gone and searched for. It popped up one day and I thought, I'd be interested in learning that. And it was very educational. It was very fulfilling to take. And, and if you just give yourself a lymphatic drainage massage, a facial, and I go for actually this treatment like twice a week. So it's about a half an hour, and I just do that for a half an hour. Oh, feels like I've just been pampered, and it takes away if you have headaches, sinus issues, anti-aging. does all those good things. So what's in your path? And think about it. Think about it before you just say no, it doesn't fit. Because that's something for me that just simply wouldn't fit in my toolbox. I wouldn't go in search of it. But this card comes out all the time and says you need to look. You need to widen your horizons to what you can do. And it might not fit in now, but it'll fit in somehow. And that's the amazing, cool thing about it. So pay attention what's being shown to you, offered to you. Or you're feeling pushed in a certain direction or pulled a certain way. There may be more to it than what you think. Okay, look at this. The mantra. Originality, blaze your own trail. Originality, blaze your own trail. We are in new moon energy, and even though this is a very hard new moon with not a lot of opportunity for future growth and really moving forward in the way we want, we need to stand in our independence. We need to think future oriented. And don't forget about your path forward, your steps you have to take on a continuous basis each and every day, your commitment that you made to yourself. And don't wait for others. So blaze your own trail. Don't say, I wanted to do all this, and they just stood there and they did nothing. So here I am. There's something that you can do. Each and every time there's something you can do. So it's about trailblazing today. It's about making your own journey forward. It's about, taking your own steps and having the confidence and the belief in yourself that you can do these things. And the confidence and the belief that God, your angels, your spirit guides are also preparing the path forward of whichever way you're looking. So if you're looking over here instead of your path forward, they turn with you and we got to work on this right now. They're not doing this right now, so let's leave there. Let's go over here. So consistency in our wants and our journey forward and our footsteps forward. If you really want the best life you possibly could have in your life, then you don't want to be taking a day off right now until you've gotten to that B. Then you can take a day off before you place a whole new list of goals and dreams in your mind's eye and take off again. So originality. So be a go-getter. Be a free spirit. Exhibit originality, courage, and defiance. You were born to succeed and breathe in excitement, love, and life into the lives of others. Ugh, I could say that really good. You were born to succeed and breathe excitement, love, and life into the lives of others. And that really is the Venus and Virgo kind of energy, right? Of being of service, of feeling that you're showing your love by running errands for somebody, doing a nice deed, paying it forward, whatever it might be. Despite any chaotic ways, you are a loving and generous person. The mantra is, love me without fear, trust me without wondering, love me without restriction, love me without demands. I am worth it. And please know that you are worthy. You are worthy of everything you want and so much more. Blaze your own trail. And I didn't read blaze your own. Oh yeah, I did. Originality. I was thinking, no, I read something under the O's. Originalities. I'm going to blaze your own trail. So this is a good day to strategize. This is a good day to make plans. This is a good energy. And especially when it comes to our relationships, because if we don't have balance within our relationships, if we don't feel loved and supported going forward, there's a whole energy missing to our progress forward. So we want to create the right energies. And that comes through thinking it through and what is best for everyone involved. And this kind of energy will do it, right? Love takes a very sensible turn for the next little while. Okay, we have the moose, wisdom. Once again, the moose comes out. Let your head and mind reach to the stars. Keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom of your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. So let your head and mind reach for the stars. So very much the emperor, huh? You want to reach for the stars, but you also want to be, the next line is about being grounded, right? So you want to have the best of both worlds. Now we had the empress and the emperor show up today. So this is a day when we can be the diplomat, that we can tap into our intuition, that we can tap into our sage wisdom and use those things effectively. Listen to the ancient wisdom of your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. I do believe there's a thing with our DNA that we do carry certain things forward. Do you ever, I've been here before kind of energy, or something comes out of your mouth and you're like, I didn't even know I knew that. Wow. So it's all within. Many times our answers lay within. Many times our decision making skills, the more we look in, the better we can make that decision going forward. So today is a day perhaps a little bit more about contemplation. Now we do have the 5 energy, which is going to make it a busy day, and that might not be the simplest of things to master. But it's up to us to choose with free will where we're going to put our energies, why we're putting it there. So I'm just here to tell you what the energies are and how to use them effectively, but it's up to you to walk the walk, okay? I can't manifest anything for you, but I can tell you how. So let your head and mind reach for the stars. Let your head and mind reach for the stars and keep your feet grounded on the earth. What a great motto to have on a daily basis. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.